heaviest personal armor carrier in the world, weighs 60 tons. The lightest, 4.2, in a combat condition. This is War is Algebra, and I'm your host, Daniel Salem.
Watch this.
Armored personnel carriers. These are wheeled or tracked combat vehicles with increased cross-country capability. They are designed for transporting infantry units on the battlefield, providing fire support, and engaging in combat directly from the vehicle. The BTR-80 is a wheeled amphibious armored personnel carrier. It replaced previous models such as the BTR-60 and BTR-70. Approximately 4,300 units of the BTR-80 have been produced.
I see a large vehicle. Please tell me, what is it?
This is an armored personnel carrier of the 80th model. It succeeded the 70th model. After the war in Afghanistan, it underwent modernization. Certain aspects of the power unit were changed. The predecessor had 2 engines, and there were issues with their synchronization. Here, there is 1 engine from Kamaz. It is more powerful, 260 horsepower. It has full drive, all 8 wheels.
Full drive.
Yes. All wheels have full drive. 2 axles turn. The 2 front axles turn. The 2 rear axles are stationary driven.
Technical specifications. Weight, 13.6 tons. Length, 7.65 meters. Width, 2.9 meters. Height, 2.35 meters. Maximum speed, 90 kilometers per hour on land, 9.5 kilometers per hour on water. Travel range, 600 kilometers. Maximum elevation, 30 degrees.
And what is the fuel tank capacity?
There are 2 double tanks, each with a capacity of 250 liters. They are sufficient for a range of 600 kilometers. Crew consists of 7 people, these are paratroopers. And 3 individuals are the driver, commander, and machine gunner. There are 2 machine guns here.
Armament, 14.5 millimeters KPVT heavy machine gun, shooting range, 2,000 meters. 7.62 millimeters PKT machine gun, shooting range, 1,500 meters. Ammunition, 500 rounds of 14.5 millimeters caliber and 2,000 rounds of 7.62 millimeters caliber. Sight, PP61AM.
A BTR-80 can continue moving even if 1 or 2 wheels are disabled. Even if it runs on a personal mine or even on an anti-tank mine and they detonate, it will continue moving. Solid.
Do I understand correctly? This vehicle is divided into 3 compartments.
Yes.
The first one is for control.
Yes.
The middle is
The crew. The crew sits inside the vehicle.
Look, it's buzzing inside. So there are 7 people there.
Yes, and they are protected by armor.
What does the armor withstand?
The armor withstands hits from shrapnel and mine fragment impacts.
I understand that something has already hit here.
Yes. It has been in combat, and this is damage to the triplex system, which allows observation from inside of what is happening outside. They also have a smoke protection system.
I see.
That's when the vehicle moves and creates a smoke screen.
Is it thanks to these cylinders?
Yes. They shoot, creating a smoke screen. This allows you to camouflage your position so that the enemy cannot hit or aim accurately.
The primary purpose of armored vehicles of this type is to transport soldiers to positions and evacuate the wounded.
In what cases is this APC used?
The APC can be used for transportation and evacuating the wounded from the battlefield. Compared to the 70th model, the disembarkation is somewhat more comfortable here. It opens from the bottom, and accordingly, there is a larger opening for convenience. With armor and an automatic rifle, it's challenging to climb out through a small window.
Can we show it?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Woo. Driver, Take me to Crimea. Thank you. And it's warm here. Counting that outside is -20, a team can survive inside. And it's a whole bulletproof thing.
Watch this.
This armored personnel carrier has a hermetic, fully enclosed hull welded from rolled steel armor plates positioned at significant angles to the vertical. It protects the crew and passengers from firearms bullets of 7.62 mm caliber, and the frontal armor withstands 12.7 mm bullets.
I understand that the APC itself serves as their armor. So if the infantry is advancing,
Yes, usually, they walk behind in the tracks because there might be a mined area. An anti-personnel mine could go off. Here, there are 8 wheels. The wheels have a certain property. They are inflatable. When a bullet or something damages it,
shrapnel,
yes, the compressor inflates it. And you can leave the affected area, change position, move away. And during an attack, the infantry can move behind the APC, using it as cover. We can't compare it with a tank or larger vehicles, but it has maneuverability, speed, and these are its advantages.
The weak point of this armored vehicle is the wheels. They are the most vulnerable to explosions or fragments of ammunition.
if the vehicle hits an anti-personnel mine, nothing will happen to the APC itself.
Nothing significant will happen to the APC. The wheels and tires may get damaged, but there won't be critical damage.
And the people inside.
They will be fine. They will remain unharmed. The only thing is that repairs will be needed, but that can be done in a safe zone, not under enemy fire.
This vehicle can overcome trenches and ditches with a depth of up to 2 meters. The centralized system for adjusting air pressure in the tires ensures high off-road capability for the BTR-80, unlike tracked vehicles.
Do you feel like drivers of a Bentley or Maybach?
Yes, of course, we do. The vehicle is very large and powerful.
Well, in general, it's not exactly cheap. So the feeling is like in a Bentley.
Well, almost.
Technically, how is it to drive this vehicle?
Easy.
The uniqueness of this BTR lies in its ability to swim. Afloat movement is achieved through the use of a water jet propulsion system. 2 water jet engines are installed under the radiator. Water intake openings on the bottom are located behind the rear W, heels and covered with protective grates, unlike the BTR-70. This armored personnel carrier is equipped with 2 water jets, improving maneuverability during swimming.
How does it work on the water? How fast can it move? Is it used fully like a boat or not?
No, only the crew and paratroopers are on board. It can move in water, either partially submerged or fully floating, using a water jet. It can also engage in gunfire on the water if there is an enemy on the shore. The gunner can open fire to be able to traverse that water obstacle.
An amphibious combat and rescue vehicle. The APC can also serve as a command post. It can be equipped with additional communication devices, and the commander inside can oversee and control both their unit and other vehicles. Additionally, the APC can carry out reconnaissance missions. According to our military, where it can't pass, it can navigate through water.
Technically, how challenging is it to maintain the APC in good condition?
Essentially, this vehicle dates back to the Soviet era, and all its parts do too. The engine is from Soviet KAMAZ. Consequently, it's Russian. Since Russia is considered an adversary for us, these parts are old reserves from that perspective. But generally speaking, regarding repairs, it doesn't require significant skills. Any qualified mechanic from a truck repair shop, a driver, or a tractor driver can handle the repairs. The only issue might be with the availability of spare parts.
Are there now replaced parts in it? For example, from foreign manufacturers, maybe from our partners.
The battery.
Chinese.
No. European. Chinese parts are cheap but not always reliable.
Despite the numerous advantages of the BTR-80, there are also drawbacks. Specifically, it is vulnerable to attacks from FPV drones, and it lacks protection against thermal imaging. The military is considering other ideas to enhance the protection of the BTR.
It could be equipped with a dome system that would prevent FPV drones from targeting this vehicle. This is currently the biggest issue in the military, and it applies not only to this vehicle but practically to all.
Watch this.
Each unit of military equipment assists Ukrainian forces in combating against Russian aggressors who started the war in center of Europe. My name is Daniel Salem and you were watching War is Algebra. Stay tuned.